Coming up today on Houston Life, it is HL Obsessions Day Summer Edition. We are sharing some of our favorite local products along with promo codes to help you save.
And local actress Nayla Cantu on her journey from Jack Yates High School to the popular freeform drama series Cruel Summer.
Plus, a look inside Houstonopoly, the brand new summer pop-up putting H-Town on the popular family board game.
And it's National Fried Chicken Day. We're getting a bite of the crispy goodness at the Taste Bar and Kitchen with their elevated chicken and waffles. All that and more happening today on Houston Life.
Live from Studio B and KPRC 2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Houston Life. It is Tuesday. To keep reminding myself that, July 6th. I'm Courtney Savala.
Hi, Courtney. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you with us today on this Tuesday. I did earlier. Andy Sirota and I, we had a whole convo. He thought it was Monday. I'm a bit confused as well, but we'll get through it.
We will, because of that holiday, July 4th on a Sunday, kind of throws everybody off, but it's a short week, so welcome to it.
Welcome to the short week. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, we did. You know, it was low-key because of the rain, and I just feel like it was just kind of one of those things. I cleaned 2 closets and purged the pantry.
Good for you.
Yes, I felt accomplished.
Listen, we're in the same mode. You know, we just moved a few weeks ago. We're going to have a full-on garage sale. We're
Good
doing
for
it.
you.
A garage sale.
Yes. Oh, are you going to call it an estate sale now, or is it a garage sale?
It is just the garage.
Okay, because I've noticed that's now what you call them.
We did an estate sale a couple months ago for my dad, and that one estate sale was enough.
Okay.
We're going to do smaller items, right?
I love it. I hope you have like a change thing. You know, the thing that you wear on your belt? That's what you need for a garage sale.
I'm going to get one of those.
Always wanted one of those.
But then I'm going to sell it on the garage sale.
Can you
How
wear
about
roller
that?
skates too?
Yes. How'd
Okay,
you know?
good. I just felt it.
It is a garage sale, and it's also like cats, watching cats at the same time. It's a show, Broadway show, and a sale in one.
What?
We'll be on roller skates. Very confusing. Serving burgers.
What is happening? I thought about you late last night.
Why?
We do have topics to get to, but I thought about you late last night because Orlando goes to take out Oscar, you know, before he goes to bed, he goes to potty, and then he brings Oscar in, but goes back outside. And I thought, what? I knocked on the window. What are you doing? Does one of those. I come outside. It's an opossum.
Oh, cute.
Going in circles.
Oh.
I shined the light. I did all kinds of noises. Wasn't
going in
phased.
circles.
A quick Google search, it was looking for food.
Oh.
It's what they do.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Take that show down the road.
How interesting. I thought of you the other night because we were in Katy, and we came outside to the roar of all these frogs in a swamp. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Millions. When I say millions, I'm not exaggerating.
I think they're toads, right? Are they toads or
I don't
are they
know.
frogs?
They were so small, like some were the size of my thumbnail, and they were jumping all over the place. They were adorable, and they were all over our car. They were really sweet.
Oscar would have a field day.
And I thought of you again because well, there was a whole roach situation. It's too much to get into. But did you hear about this though? This 65-year-old man in Austria went to sit on the toilet at 6 in the morning.
Wait, okay, 65-year-old man sat on the toilet.
In Austria.
Okay.
And guess what happened? It's not what you think.
What?
He got bitten by a python.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it happened. So again, 6 a.m. It was a 5-foot albino reticulated python. And yeah, the owner was the neighbor. The snake escaped, got into this man's home, found its way into the toilet, and bit him on the
Well, that's a good morning, isn't it?
Apparently, the man was treated for minor injuries, but he made it through. This was very interesting. Before you got in this morning, we were chatting, the staff, we were all chatting about this. And Heather and Aaron, 2 of our producers, along with Joe Sam, they were saying how they check the toilet every time. You do too?
I will now.
Every time, because there are certain places where, I mean, sometimes snakes have been known to come up through the drain or through the toilet. Joe's aunt, a copperhead or a water moccasin swam up through the drain in the bathtub, was in the bathtub at the house.
Can we get some diapers, please?
I'm never
going to use the bathroom again.
What did you just say?
Diapers.
That was really unfortunate.
Well, I'm just saying.
You'd rather
like,
wear diapers
I
than
don't
sit on the
know.
toilet?
Now I'm all freaked out. Now I'm itchy, and I just, you know.
It never even occurs to me to check under the toilet seat for a snake.
No.
But that would be a terrible surprise, wouldn't
What
it?
kind of snake was that man bitten by?
It was
what?
a 5-foot albino reticulated python.
It sounds very dangerous.
Well, apparently he only had minor injuries, so he made it through.
Wow.
Well, that'll wake you up.
Yeah,
Hey,
good
congrats to Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton for their marriage over the weekend. This was exciting after 6 years.
What's his name from the Today Show? Carson Daly. Officiated the wedding.
He did, which was super cool. And, you know, those Today Show folks, Hoda's officiated a bunch of weddings, now Carson. But they've been together for 6 years, and we're so excited for them. You know, sometimes, like, the Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell scenario comes up. A lot of people say, oh, you know, maybe marriage isn't for us. And these days, isn't it true that people are sort of waiting more time to get married?
I definitely think that people are getting married later in life than years ago. But don't forget, I'm ready to officiate anytime.
Our wedding?
Yes.
I don't know, though. I'm not sure at what point, like, will we actually get married?
We don't have to tell anybody as long as I do it.
It's just me. You know, my sisters, growing up in Salt Lake City, my sisters were both 26, like 25, 26 when they got married. And their friends were deeply concerned.
Because they were
so old. When are y'all gonna get married? Why haven't you gotten married? Why haven't you had kids? Don't you want kids? Are you starting a I mean, it's amazing, these awkward conversations that people sort of like
automatically assume that you're gonna answer.
Yeah, and you know, plenty of us are perfectly happy living in sin.
Insane. Well, it's just really interesting. When you do finally get married, I remember, and then it was like, when are you gonna have babies? Why aren't you having babies? When's the other one? You gonna try for that girl? You got 2 boys and try for the girl? No!
I think people mean well. I don't think people mean to be as rude as they are. When do you have a baby? When are you gonna, I mean, it's just people ask me that all the time. It's very awkward. I mean, even before marriage equality was legal federally, people would be like, why haven't you gotten married? Your friend, you know, Holly, you guys were good together. Like, yeah, I used to braid her hair. Doesn't mean we're getting married. You know what's super awkward is when Brandon and I will be out in public somewhere, people are like, are y'all brothers?
Well, y'all kind of look alike. I mean, you do.
Because we're white with brown hair?
No, you have similar, your facial features are very similar.
And we are about the same height, and we do share clothes, so I get that.
And toothbrushes and everything else. But
only when I forget mine on vacation.
I know, I'm teasing.
But when people ask us that question, I don't know what to say. Well, I say no.
What? Okay, I was going to say, you don't say, yes, it is my brother. You say, yeah, no. You say, this is my friend.
No, we're just friends.
It's my roommate.
Yeah, we're roommates. Oh, dear. Some people still do that.
Some people. I love that you have tears in your eyes.
And I'm letting you in on a secret. Nobody's buying it, okay? Your roommate.
No. Everybody knows.
Okay. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun on today's show. Still to come, we're talking about tattoos, and not just tattoos. How about tattoo regrets? The celeb who's looking to erase some of his questionable choices, Courtney.
No, I'm telling you, the Tweety bird on the thigh is going to be a thing. And we're celebrating National Fried Chicken Day with a local spot made popular for their elevated chicken and waffles. It's a dream come true, right, Joe?
It really is a dream come true. You can already see I'm making that dream come true right now. I think this one looks out of place. We're at Taste Bar and Kitchen. We're going to be heading inside to talk all about those elevated chicken and waffles as we celebrate National Fried Chicken Day. Houston Life will be right back.
What you know about me? Just what the people say.
Okay, so tattoos, I feel like, you know, people have very strong opinions about them. My grandfather had tattoos on his arms. You almost got that Tweety bird tattoo
on my thigh. I've always wanted one. They're just a little too permanent, you know.
Well, that's the point.
I know.
Okay.
Because I changed my mind, you know. What if I don't like it?
I do too. I would love a tattoo. I just don't know where or what to get. But anyway, one guy who has a lot of tattoos is Pete Davidson. You know him from Saturday Night Live. He was engaged to Ariana Grande. So now he is saying that he is removing some of his tattoos. This is from CNN.com. So he is, 2 years away from finishing up his tattoo removal, and he opened up about the process, which is super, super painful.
Yes.
He's quoted as saying, "I've made a lot of questionable choices, and a couple of them need removing." And, they say that green tattoos are the hardest to remove.
The color.
The color green.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is very, I dated a guy once who had a tattoo on his lower back that he was like, "Look, I designed this myself when I was on vacation." I was like, "Yeah.
I can tell.
It's quite obvious."
Yeah.
You did.
No, I'm just kidding.
But when he finally decided to have it removed, it hurt like a,
Well, and it's a process to get it done too.
Yeah, they say it can take up to 10 times, and slowly, like, your body, sort of the lymphatic system, carries it out.
I'm curious, his relationship with Ariana Grande, when they broke up, and she just remarried, so I'm wondering if that has a lot to do with the removal, because they got tattoos together. I think it was on their hands and arms. Like, they were very public about it when they did that, so.
People will do, like, initials, faces, wedding ring tattoos. People do all kinds of things.
Yeah, all kinds of things. I like the look of it. I just can never bite the bullet and do it. Lauren Kelly is standing by with our question of the day. Lauren, you don't have a tattoo,
No,
do you?
Courtney, we've talked about this before. The only tat that I have is my permanent microbladed eyebrows.
Oh, me too.
So, they used to tattoo pins, so it technically is a real
That
tattoo.
counts.
We're in the group. We are in the group.
And Pete Davidson had Ariana Grande's like bunny ears right there underneath his ear on his neck. So that's probably the first to go for sure. We want to hear from you guys. Do you have a tattoo that you regret getting? Spill the tea, share your pictures. We've already had some great responses coming in. Let's jump to Taylor. Taylor writes in, "I have my ex's initials on my right arm. It's always a conversation starter. The initials are NJW. I tell everybody it means no, Jesus wouldn't." Well, that's really all you could do, right? All right, let's move to Nydia. Nydia writes in, "My own name at 17. I think, I don't know why I did that. Now it looks like it says Ninja."
Oh, over the years, right?
Yes, yes. And Penny also writes in, let's see here. Where's Penny's? Oh, okay. Well, Brenda writes in, "I never got a tattoo. I'm very old school. I have enough regrets without a tattoo being one of them."
There's
Love
some
it.
really funny comments there.
There really are. Just like Courtney said, head over to the Houston Life Facebook page, join the conversation, check out some of those pictures. We'll share more of your comments a little bit later on the show. Courtney, Derek, I don't think that you either have tattoos, right?
No,
I know
just the eyebrows,
right.
yeah.
Derek?
No, my mom just texted me, though, and her dad, my grandfather, had an eagle from his days in the military
Okay,
along
very
with
common.
his number, so
Yeah.
it was common. But she said he later regretted it.
Really?
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I think tats are cool.
Yeah.
I want to do a whole sleeve.
I love it. I know. It's just if it wasn't so permanent and painful.
So permanent.
Thanks,
My eyebrows
Lauren.
hurt enough.
All
They
right,
look
Lauren.
great, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks to our viewers for your comments as well. So fried chicken is an American favorite, and on this National Fried Chicken Day, Taste Bar and Kitchen in Midtown is taking it up a notch.
Absolutely. Joe Sam is there now with more on their elevated chicken and waffles. Hey, Joe.
Hey guys, that's right. So you already know I'm a happy camper, especially because we're talking about fried chicken, one of my favorite dishes. And we're here right now with the chef to talk all about that. This is amazing because we love how you guys have elevated the chicken to those elevated chicken and waffles. Yeah. So let's talk about those already. We have them already covered. We're going to do a reveal for you guys. So I'm going to reveal it right now. You talk about it as we reveal. So what do we have here?
Right there,
Look at
you
that.
have our signature Nashville Chicken. You know, it's that Nashville spice. Sometimes you got to go either savory or sweet with the side. So here you can either do sweet, like with our Fruity Pebble waffles there.
Oh, yeah.
So you got sweet, you got spice. It's a great combination.
It really is, because you got to balance that spicy out, and that sweetness really does do that. So it gives you a good
it'll
cool.
calm it down, because that Nashville is really spicy.
And we got bald head, so you see when we start sweating. Immediately. All right, let's go ahead and do the next reveal. What do we have here?
It gets even hotter. So we take our traditional fried chicken, and this one is our buffalo fried chicken. So, you know, people love buffalo wings and stuff to that degree. We do it with a fried chicken situation here.
It has that nice, good crunch, too.
All the good crunch.
And then we have these that we want to unveil as well. Take a look at that.
Exactly. So here you have our smothered chicken, which is a hometown favorite, you know, that kind of real comfort food that we grew up on. And then the other one is another variation. It's our General Joe's fried chicken. So it's basically our fried chicken tossed in a good sweet and spicy General Joe's sauce. That's actually probably one of the hottest ones out of everything.
I absolutely love it. And you know what? For everyone else out there, there's other places all around, not just here at Taste Bar and Kitchen, that's going to be showcasing that pride for National Fried Chicken Day. You can see those locations right now on your screen, really celebrating the amazing crispy goodness that we have. And you know what, for everyone at home that's just relaxing at home, when we come back, Chef is going to stick around because he's going to show us how to actually batter up this chicken.
Exactly.
And we're going to be talking about how to eat it too. There's only one way to eat it. Just go all in and grab it. So Courtney and Derek, we have some work to do. There's a celebration that has started and we're late for it.
Done deal.
All right, Joe, looks delicious. Thanks so much. Well, later it is HL Obsessions Day, one of our favorite days here on the show where you can shop small for must-have summer accessories to complete any look.
We've got some good stuff today. And if you're looking for a new Instagrammable spot to check out around town, Lauren Kelly is back with an idea. Hey, Lauren.
I love this idea. Coming up, a look at Houstonopoly, the family-friendly life-size board game experience, now open in the Rice Village. Houstonopoly is your chance to be a part of the nostalgic family board game, Houston style. Walk in, pass go, collect your money, and then jump right into all of your favorite and iconic Houston landmarks. Well, if you've ever wanted to actually step into a life-size board game, this is the place to do it. Houstonopoly. We are here in the Rice Village today. Look at this. This is a life-size board game card, which you guys know what this means. And I'm here with Sherry Handrino. She's the owner, the creative minds behind repping all things H-Town here at Houstonopoly.
Yes.
This is awesome, Sherry.
Thank you. Thanks for coming by today.
There's so many great Instagrammable things,
Yes.
Houston-based inside. Let's talk about it and what you got in your hands.
Well, I have some Houston money for you, so
this
you
is
can
the
play.
stack. I got the
yes,
stack,
you got the
right?
stack when you come in. Of course, right now we're in Astro World, which everyone loves. And here's a game piece. As you can see, they're almost as big as us.
Very cool.
All of the art here was done by a local artist, Frankie Cardona. He's amazing, and he freehanded all of this.
Freehanded? No
yes.
way.
He's so great. And this is actually spray paint. Fun fact: no
Wow.
brushes used in this.
That's amazing.
So-
Well, let's keep walking over here. There's so much to see. It's
Okay.
kind of hard to wrap it up all in one. But with this money, I noticed the money boxes. I roll the dice and stick it in here.
Correct. So what you'll do is when you come in, you roll the dice. That'll determine where you start on the game. All the game pieces, as you can see, they're bigger than 10 feet each one. So if you land here, for example, at Minute Maid, you have to pay $100 for your ticket to the game before you can roll and continue on down the board.
Okay, well, let me
So-
put my $100 in. Very, very cool. Now, what are some of the other iconic spots in Houstonopoly?
Well, of course, we have all of our stadiums, so we call it Stadium Row.
Okay.
We also have our area, we have Turkey Leg Hut. We have downtown with the We Love Houston, so we had to
Yes.
recreate that. We have NASA, so we have our 6-foot-tall space astronaut that
I
you can
see
go
a
to.
recording studio, too.
Of course, music in Houston, right? So
Absolutely.
we're known for our music with Beyonce to Rap-A-Lot, DJ Screw, and we have real records on the wall that are laser cut per artist, original records.
And you can't be part of Houstonopoly without going to jail. You got the jail cell, too.
Harris County Jail, which I think you have to go to next over there.
All right,
Yeah.
really quickly, it's the holiday weekend. This is going to be great for the family. When are you open?
So we are open Friday and Saturday. We're closed for the 4th.
Okay.
Every week we're open every day but Monday, and you can go online to see our hours. And we just, like we were saying, just extended all the way through the end of August, right up until school starts. So you can come on out, bring the family, kids, date night. Everyone loves coming out.
Collect $200 and pass go, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Houstonopoly in the Rice Village. Sherry, thank you so much for the info.
Thank you
This
for
is a
coming.
blast for everybody. HoustonLife.tv for more info. And even cooler, as you leave Houstonopoly, you can visit their store, as all proceeds will go towards purchasing backpacks and school supplies for kids returning to school in the fall. So to reserve your time slot for Houstonopoly, head over to HoustonLife.tv for the link. Derek and Courtney, maybe we take a HL night out and go over there for a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Really cool, really visual too as well, Lauren. Makes me want to go.
Sure thing.
All right, thanks, Lauren. Well, Courtney and I, you know by now that we love shopping small, so our monthly series of HL Obsessions continues. So excited to show you what we have today, including accessories, clothing, and dessert from local businesses that will help you stay cool and look stylish all summer long.
I know. I love this summer edition. And if you love these products as much as we do, we have some discount codes for you today as well. By the way, we are not paid or compensated by any of these companies. These are simply products that we love, and we want to share them with with y'all. So I'm going to share my very first obsession. You guys can see this here. This is my very own tote bag. We are talking about Colors Collective. This is founded by Houstonian Catherine Swain 4 years ago. I got my bag in the midst of the pandemic. That's when I found her. All bags are hand woven in Marrakesh, Morocco, and are sustainable, eco-friendly, also non-toxic. I think the biggest problem that you're going to have when you go through the website is trying to figure out which one you want, because each bag is embellished featuring individually sewn sequins or embroidery. You can put your name on it, initials, designs. I mean, that's the hardest part, I think, when you're looking around. They have clutches, or like you could see initials here, KS for Catherine Swain, or the heart tote. I mean, these things, really the options are endless. And what's so cool too is I said that these bags are made in Morocco. Each bag, by the time a bag has been handcrafted and monogrammed, it's between 10 to 18 hours of work in each bag. And they employ over a dozen women in and around Marrakesh, providing fair and generous wages that help support their families and their communities as well.
That is fantastic, fantastic.
I love taking mine to the beach. I also just recently took it to the farmer's market over at Heights Mercantile. You could see the inside. I mean, it's very durable. Of course, I went mine with the sequins because it's always so cute. But I like it because it's heavy and, you know, it's lightweight, but it's durable. You could put things in, towels, whatever, and it's going to stay this shape.
It looks like it would hold a lot, and also like the weight, like those handles are, this is a quality made bag. You can tell just by touching it.
And it's a showstopper. Everywhere I go, people are saying, where'd you get that bag? Where can I find that bag? That's why I'm sharing Colors Collective with you all today. So you can use an HL promo code, use Houston Life at their online checkout to receive 20% off site-wide, and this code is going to expire on August 1st. So it's colorscollective.com. It's such a great site. Again, get more than one. Get one for your friends, maybe later, Christmas, whatever. It's such a great gift.
And this is sparkly too.
I know.
So in case that's not coming through, look at that.
Isn't it fun?
Look at
It
that
also
shimmer.
comes in a silver version as well.
They're really, really cool, Courtney. All right, thank you for that. This was just the beginning. We do have more local products and discount codes to reveal coming up later on in today's show.
I know, still ahead. Well, afternoon storms put a damper on your evening plans. Let's hope not. We're going to get a check of the forecast with Frank and what's coming up at the top of the hour for the news at 4.
And as we go to break, here's your Tip Tuesday with Bernie Quintero from 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating of Houston.
Solar attic fans are a must here in Southeast Texas due to our soaring temperatures in the summer and high humidity. Attics can get well above 150 degrees on a daily basis, which makes your air conditioner work twice as hard in order to keep your home cool. Solar attic fans are installed on the side of your home. They do not require an electrician. They're literally solar powered. So during the day, they will collect energy. And when the temperature reaches 100 degrees, the fan will automatically kick on and take out all that excess heat out of your attic, which protects your air conditioner and protects your light bill. It makes it a lot less because the air conditioner just won't be working near as hard. These attic fans are hurricane rated to withstand winds up to 175 miles an hour. They are waterproof. In other words, water will not get in them. You don't need a roofer, and it's just a very inexpensive way to ensure your home stays cool and your air conditioner doesn't have to work too hard over the summer.
Welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derek back with you on this Tuesday. Mental note, reminding myself it is Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday.
It's at 3:30.
All right. Earlier today, we asked you, do you have a tattoo you regret getting? Spill the tea and share the pics. Penny writes in about a type of beer she used to drink. I used to drink Lowenbrau beer, so I have a tattoo of their logo on my left arm. Well, I mean, that seems very reasonable.
Absolutely. I totally get it. Megan writes in, I got my wedding anniversary. We weren't married anymore. One of the many red flags to realize the marriage was never going to last. He got the same tattoo with the wrong date.
Oh.
Oh, boy,
Bummer.
oh, boy.
Bummer. Charles writes in, yes, I got a tattoo for Mom that says son. Oh. Wait, is the tattoo on you, Charles, or on your mom?
I guess he got one for Mom, right? I don't know. I don't know. We need more information. It takes us a minute to figure it out. Let's check in with Keith, Lauren, and Frank for a look at what they have coming up at the top of the hour. We don't know what's going on, but we know at least 2 of you have tattoos, right?
Lauren, I didn't know, Lauren, you had it. Did you have a tattoo?
Not really.
Oh, Frank?
Not really. It's a yes or no answer.
Leave her alone.
Not really? What is not really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that sounds more intriguing. I'll admit, yeah, I have a couple of tats. Yeah, but I love mine. But I saw a picture recently. Someone had one. It said "No regrets," but it was REGRATS.
No regrets.
No regrets. Yeah. But,
oh boy.
I think it was one of those paint-on ones, but it was still pretty funny.
That's from a movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was in a movie where the guy did it around his chest, misspelled no regrets. No regrets.
That's awesome.
The guy the couple, the divorced couple.
The wedding anniversary.
The guy got the
wrong date.
That's hilarious. I mean, that sounds so typically male.
I want to double check before the permanent ink gets in there, but whatever.
That's just us. Yeah, those are, I guess normal
Very
people. As normal as
Frank, you're awfully quiet over there
I know.
today. That's
Hey,
very unusual.
I can't get a word in edgewise over here.
I'm sorry.
You have a tattoo. You don't have a tattoo.
Their responses are just so funny.
Yes, I have a snow leopard.
Oh.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know
You'll
that.
have to come to one of my pool parties and you'll see it.
Oh, that's the only way we. Okay,
That's the only way
ask me
you're
pool
gonna see
party. Okay.
Okay, well, I never get invited, Frank.
Well, Derek, you need to bring Lauren to one of my pool parties.
You're always invited, Lauren.
Or you just need to spy their videos a little bit closer.
Yeah, just look at the Ring camera.
Snow leopard. We need a rain. You probably need a rain leopard
that
right
idea,
now.
that snow leopard, and they're rare and they're, you know.
Yeah, kind of like Frank Billingsley.
Kind of like Frank Billingsley. And they didn't have a rain leopard, so.
Never heard of that.
That would be very appropriate right now, these days, these last couple of days.
Yes.
All right, speaking of weather, look out here, no snow for us, but we have finally seen some dry weather this afternoon after a lot of rain this morning in parts. Temperatures because of that right there in the upper 80s, and there's exact track radar. Quick shower back out to the west. For now, that's it. I'll keep a close eye on it. Things got going yesterday afternoon late, but right now it looks like it's going to be fairly tame. You'll see a few showers to try to move in and met some stable air, so no real issues going on. But look down here in Matagorda County. That bullseye, that's 5 and 6 inches of rain in the last 12 hours. And for that reason, there are already flash flood watches. And notice this, until Friday morning. And it's Tuesday. So the next, 2.5 days, there's a flash flood watch in Matagorda County, and until 7 p.m. on Thursday, all the way down into Jackson and Victoria counties, because you've had so much rain, and there's a lot of rain sitting out of here. In fact, what we look at is what we call atmospheric moisture, just how deep is this moisture, and really what could it be bringing to us. Notice the extreme is red, and the orange is high, and I'll put this in motion. You'll notice those red and orange colors right there, especially down to the south, but even into Houston on Thursday. So the next couple of days, we're going to have to watch for some heavy rain, especially to the south and southwest of the Houston area. Now, as I go into Friday and Saturday, look what happens. Things begin to go more toward the green as we move into the weekend, which is certainly good news. It doesn't mean the rain is completely out of here for the weekend, but the chances are a whole lot less. Enjoy this evening. Only 10% all the way through 7, 8 o'clock, and temperatures right there in the mid-80s. So not a bad evening. Elsa, on the other hand, is right here, really now off of Fort Myers, continuing to move to just scrape along into Sarasota and Tampa. Will continue to make a landfall. It looks like as a hurricane. Right now, 70-mile-an-hour winds, but 75 certainly a possibility as this continues to move along. So they can see some strong winds as well as 3 to 5 foot storm surge and anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of rain. The 1 p.m. advisory had those 70-mile-an-hour winds, but gusting to 85. The movement right now is north at 9 miles per hour. But I'll have a full update on Elsa coming up at 4 o'clock. Lauren?
All right, sounds good, Frank. Thank you. Here's a look at some of the other stories that we'll be covering this afternoon. New details just into our newsroom about that COVID-19 outbreak involving Galveston County and a church camp. Some of the dozens of reported cases have been confirmed as the more contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus. In fact, some of the patients were already vaccinated and still got infected. We'll have the latest at 4.
Plus, Costco pulling back on a special offer they first implemented at the beginning of the pandemic. It was a popular move for many of their customers, but now see what is soon going to be a thing of the past.
And scammers trying to make a buck off of tragedy. You've seen the condo collapse in Florida that has claimed dozens of lives, including 2 Houstonians, ahead at 4. How some are trying to take advantage of the situation and what you need to know to make sure you're not giving people money who have bad intentions.
That and much more coming up at 4 o'clock.
It's a great
My
reminder.
goodness.
I
Cannot
know.
believe people do that. All right, guys, we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Okay, we have revealed one of our 3 obsessions today. And next, Derek, you're sharing a tasty treat that can help us cool down.
Yeah, and it just makes me so proud because Pop Fancy, they were on Houston Life back in the very beginning. And Chris, one of the owners who's here in studio right now, this was his concept, and they have grown so much. So if you've heard of Pop Fancy, you know what this is all about. They have a brick and mortar location now on Bel Air Boulevard. And here's the thing. I loved popsicles as a kid.
Me too.
These are so delicious. They're all natural, made with only the best ingredients. That's some of their team members right there. So gourmet flavor combinations. Pops are handcrafted daily using fresh, all-natural ingredients, organic sweeteners. So they're also sort of seasonal. You know, when you go to the produce section and you see what's in season, they sort of pick flavors based on, oh, there we are. There's Brandon and me at the Manil Collection. My brother, there's my brother. Yes. So they, Brandon is the manager of special events at the Manil, and Pop Fancy came and they did this really cool thing where, here you go, Courtney, grab whichever flavor you would like. Check it out. It's a glass of bubbles with a popsicle inside. So here's the thing. You can visit them in Bel Air, on Bel Air Boulevard, or you could have them come and cater a wedding, a birthday party, an anniversary. They do a lot of corporate events. What do you think?
So good. And I'm happy to say we knew Pop Fancy when, because I remember when they had their location at the Galleria. But what a fantastic way of presentation for a popsicle.
Yeah, so 9393 Bel Air Boulevard, Suite A6. And a lot of people remember them. And they used to have the little kiosk at the Galleria near the Apple Store. That doesn't happen anymore. You can visit them again on Bel Air Boulevard. But we love cheering on our local businesses and seeing them do well. And we do have a promo code. If you mention Houston Life in store, you can receive 15% off your order. They will also honor that 15% off if you have a party catered and you get more than 100 pops. The code does expire July 25th. popfancypops.com. Check out their website and you will be blown away because the popsicles are just the beginning. They have all kinds of desserts as well.
And by the way, I love this setup. Like, this could be in your home, the way that this popsicle is in with the glass of champagne. It's just such a great presentation, and what a way to cool off this summer.
So good. So thanks to Frida and Chris, who are here in the studio with us today. Cheers, cool off this summer. I know it's a little rainy right now, but
it's
one of
still
these
hot.
days, it's still hot, and we're going to see the sun once again as well.
I love this. Cheers to Pop Fancy. Thanks for sharing this with everyone. I'm going to use that promo code as well. Don't go anywhere. We have more local products and discount codes to reveal a little bit later on in the show. Cheers.
This is so good. I'm going to stay right here. Still to come on Houston Life, we are heading back into the kitchen with Joe Sam, who is out celebrating National Fried Chicken Day.
I got busted with popsicle in my mouth. And she's a local actress with a role on one of the most popular shows of the year, Cruel Summers. Nayla Cantu joins us right after the break. There she is in studio.
Jeanette Turner is suing Kate Wallace? Now that's a bombshell.
You know, as someone who's covered this story for over a year, I'll say that some people have little to no moral compass. They're able to blur the lines between right and wrong to suit their needs.
Well, that was local actress Nayla Cantu playing reporter Molly Green on Freeform's hit teen drama series, Cruel Summer.
It's her first reoccurring role on the network TV show and a full circle moment for the Houston native who joins us now in studio with her story. It's so great to see you.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
This is so incredible. Cruel Summer, what an incredible hit. But before we get into all of that, I mean, you went to Jack Yates High School. That's the high school for communications, UT at Austin. And so you wanted to be a reporter, right?
Yes. Growing up, my mom was like, I want one of my daughters to be a reporter because I want them to travel the world. So I just made sure that my school trajectory was going to that. Jack Yates High School, shout out to JY.
Yes.
School of Communications, had the amazing opportunity to do some video production in front of the camera work. And then from there, went to UT and volunteered at Texas Student Television, where I was part of ATX Most Wanted, which we covered local hip hop. That's JY Style, was part of my dance teams. I was always doing things in high school and to school, and was always involved with media. My internships were at local TV stations and radio stations, and I just got to learn what it was to be part of media. And I was like, I love this. And then someone one day, a former coworker, put a bug in my ear of acting. And I was like, no, because of course what I was used to was telenovela acting. I was like, I'm not gonna, ay Dios mío, and fall on the floor, right? But I learned, I started taking classes and I started to do more, and I was like, this is something that I love to do. Just having a human experience in a story that's not yours, just being able to play pretend. And going back to kids, what did we love? We love playing in submarines or playing princesses and dragons or cops and robbers, and just letting that imagination flow. And that's what acting was all about. And I was like, I love acting more than I love reporting, so I'm gonna start doing this. And it's been such an amazing journey, such an amazing experience.
And Nayla, I just have to tell our viewers this. So Nayla is a familiar face around KPRC because when Houston Life premiered nearly 5 years ago in the mall, Nayla, you were actually helping out as a producer on the show. You were running cameras, you were booking guests, you were running around that mall.
Yeah.
And you always struck me as a hard worker. Do you think your willingness to just go for it is the reason why you've seen this success you have?
I absolutely do. I hate to live with the guilt of, what if I would have done this? What if I'd just taken the leap of faith and just, where would I be now? And I mean, I tried out for the Texas cheerleaders before. I played flag football before. I've done everything with the leap of faith of, what if I do this? Where am I going to be? If it's something that I enjoy doing, go for it. Go all out. And what's the worst that can happen? Someone says no. At least you know deep down inside that you tried. It.
Right.
Exactly.
And no regrets, right?
Exactly.
You don't live with the what ifs.
Speaking of tattoos earlier, the guy that had like the no regrets on his chest, like live that type of life, right?
Do you credit your parents, right, for a lot of sort of that stick-to-itiveness?
Absolutely. I'm first generation Mexican American, and I'm extremely proud of that. Make it teary-eyed. My parents didn't come to this country for me to settle in any type of way, right? And we're all trying to be just our parents' shining glory. So it's if they didn't sacrifice what they did for me to only get this far and only to not try it. And so it's upon me to make their dreams come true one way or another. At least make them proud. Let them say, esa es mi hija.
They are proud, for sure. I can believe that. Okay, let's talk about the show because, interestingly, your worlds have collided.
Yeah.
You play a reporter in this show. So fill us in on this character. I haven't seen the show yet, but I'm definitely intrigued after saying that.
Oh, you're totally missing out, Derek. It's a great, honestly, not because I'm on it, but it's a great show. I play reporter Molly Green, and I'm actually following the story as the story evolves. I kind of break the story in 1993, and it goes on in 94, and what you see on the screens right there is 1995, and I'm basically keeping the audience up to date as to the whirlwind that this story is. I mean, it's just not typical teenage drama. It's crazier, and seriously, watch it. Do yourself a favor. Watch it. Viewers at home, if you haven't, please go ahead and do so. Those last two scenes in the show are just mind-blowing, and it just leaves you craving more. Like, had a finale watch party with some girlfriends, and all of our jaws were on the floor. Like, Jessica Biel, Michelle Purple, Bill Purple, Tia Napolitano, they did absolutely phenomenal with writing this story because it's great. It's honestly a great show to watch. For sure.
You do a great job of pitching it, by the way.
Thank you.
And we're out of time, but your message to people at home.
Please, if you have a dream, just follow it. If you know someone with a dream, encourage them to follow it. Don't stay back and wonder what if. What's the worst they can say? No? Close the door? There's a million more doors for you to open. And be sure to watch Cruel Summer on Hulu and Freeform.
I love
All right,
it.
look at that.
It's so great to see you. Congrats on all your success. I know you're just hitting the beginning for sure. And you can connect with Nayla. Just visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Cruel Summer, gotta watch it.
Proud moment here at Houston Life.
Absolutely. Still ahead, HL Obsessions continuing. I'm going to reveal the women-owned local shop that will keep you on trend all summer long.
Sounds good to me. And Joe Sam is serving up something special for National Fried Chicken Day. Hey, Joe.
Hey guys, that's right. You can already see it's a celebration in here. We're celebrating right now with these chicken and waffles. Amazing dish that you can taste here at the Taste Bar and Kitchen. We're going to talk much more about that and how you can make a similar dish at home when Houston Life returns. Well, welcome back here to Houston Life. We are celebrating National Fried Chicken Day here at Taste Bar and Kitchen. Check this out, this beautiful plate of chicken and waffles. We're going to be talking about how you can make this at home. But first, before we do that, we want to talk about the amazing community service that you've been doing around the city. What did you have going on this morning?
So this morning we did a thing for Kids for Meals. It's a loaded organization. They feed over 6,800 kids a day who aren't able to feed themselves. So what happens is they go and drop off lunch daily to take care of these kids.
And we have pictures to show people that amazing community service that you've been doing. How does it make you feel being able to invite everyone over here for National Fried Chicken Day to come and celebrate?
I mean, I feel like every day is National Fried Chicken Day at Taste Bar and Kitchen. So I enjoy it. We're just celebrating what we do on a daily basis for love. So what we have right here is me showing you what the secret success is to having really good fried chicken.
Okay, so we have a whole bunch of stuff up here at the table, Chef. We got the flour ready, and it all really focuses in on the batter because you have to have a good batter to have a good fried chicken, right?
If you're one of those people that don't season your batter, then something's gonna be wrong.
Absolutely.
So
Tell us
here
what we
at
get
Taste,
started with.
My batter is a combination of almost 12 different seasonings.
Oh, you see it all up here, right? I'm gonna help you out.
I want people to see the amount of stuff that kind of goes in this. You got everything from Cajun spices. You got everything from, I do a little cornstarch, which is probably one of my little secret ingredients to kind of give it that extra crisp. You got garlic powder, you got white pepper, you got cayenne pepper, you got black pepper. If you're not putting enough seasoning in your flour, if you go to somebody's house and that flour just looks white, don't do it.
We're going to help you out. We have a couple of seconds left to get that in.
So the key is to make sure you get all of this kind of mixed really well to the point where it starts to have some color. And you got to have your dredging station. So you go from wet to dry, back to wet, back to dry. That's going to make sure you have enough of that flour on there to really kind of give it a crisp.
Quickly show them how to put that in there, because we're going to go ahead and tell you guys that you can come here all day. They're going to be serving up these amazing chicken and waffles. You can see how amazing that batter looks there. Look at that. And dip it in the wet and go back in the dry.
If you want to get that good crispy batter
good crispy crunch.
You see that? If it don't look like that,
it ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing.
Chef, again, thanks for having us here at Taste Bar and Kitchen. And once you get the finished product, this is how it's going to look. You guys already heard the crunch before. I'm going to give it to y'all again. Courtney and Derek, we're celebrating National Fried Chicken Day. Back to y'all in the studio.
All right, Joe. Thank you for that. Looks good. It is time now to reveal Courtney's final obsession of the day. And something tells me you might be wearing it.
I mean, I'm a big fan. This is Sophia Collection. This collection can be found at several boutiques around town. I became a fan of theirs after the Nutcracker Market.
Okay.
That's where I found them. So this is founded by local Houstonian designer Paula Davila. She's originally from Mexico and moved to Houston in 1999. And after a refinery and analyst job in town, she started Sophia Collection in 2010s. Now, all of her fabrics are designed and manufactured in Italy. You probably know her from their silks. Their silks, you can wash them. They're these beautiful, lightweight, casual, a very simplistic elegance, the entire line. This season, they have really kicked it up a notch with their types of fabrics that they're using. You just saw in one of the photos, there's a bunch of tie-dye. I have worn a few of these dresses. I have a puff sleeve dress. Actually, it's similar to this one, but mine's a short sleeve in the neon yellow that I wore a few weeks ago. These things all of these designs can be worn by anyone, really. They're one size fits most. Her blouses are beautiful. I'm obsessed with the color, the pop of color in all of these.
The patterns are really cool. Also, if you live in Houston, which we do if you're watching this show, this seems like it would be great. I mean, I'm jealous that I don't typically wear dresses. But if I did, these look comfortable and great to wear on a hot day.
It is so perfect. They're great. And like this little skirt that I have on comes in all different kinds of different prints. So like there's this two-piece, you can put the skirt and top together. I have this top at home. I threw it on with the skirt. The dress is great. These are great to travel with.
You could wear this over a swimsuit.
Yes, they are so awesome, you guys. And Paula is super generous and provided this promo code Houston Life to receive 20% off site-wide. The code is going to expire on July 31st. It's shopsophia with an F.com, SOFIA. Y'all, do your shopping. Do yourself a favor. There's not one thing in here in the collection that it will be it's a hit no matter what you get.
I love that she used to work for a refinery and now she's a fashion designer. Very cool story.
I know, great stuff. As a reminder, we are not paid or compensated by any of these businesses. We just simply love these products and want to continue to support small businesses in our community. We also do have all promo code information on our website today as well.
All right, and as we head to break, let's check in with Nichelle Turner for a look at what's coming up on Entertainment Tonight. Hey, Nichelle.
Courtney and Derek tonight at 6:30 on ET. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton married, the dress, the guest, and Blake's song. New photos and everything we know about their intimate weekend wedding. Plus, ET is breaking couples news, Bennifer 2.0 on the go, and an Oscar-winning actress and her new man. That's all tonight at 6:30 on KPRC2. Now, stay right there because Houston Life is on the way.
Well, cheers to another great Obsession Summer Edition.
Yeah, thanks to Pop Fancy, and be sure to visit our website for those discount codes and expiration dates.
Absolutely. Okay, get to it.
Okay, before we go, Robin sent in this photo. We know y'all want to see it. That's in the Texas Hill Country, home of my sister's friend. There's been a debate. I think it looks awfully real, and my phone has been blowing up with all kinds of people. Whitney, Connie, they also check leaving the toilet seat down to be sure no snakes.
I'm now joining that group after today. All right, let's check in with Keith and Lauren for the news at 4. Hey, guys.
Oh, hey,
cheers.
Yeah, you saw the story about the snake in the... oh, my gosh. Like, okay, is that a way to say good morning or what?
I know.
It only takes an extra second to check under the toilet seat before you do anything with that toilet.
Before you find the python?
Yeah. Put your glasses on, everybody. Make sure those glasses are on.
Indeed, indeed.